Twitch has officially become the hub. Yeah, you know what hub I'm talking about. And in an insane terms of service update, which we will review today, Twitch has completely gone off the deep end, and we're going to get into it. Of course, I am Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is the Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. Okay, before we begin, full warning, we are talking about graphic content today. This is a topic that involves talking about the topics which are sexualization, particularly sexualization in a context which can impact children, impact minors. So please listen with caution and respect, and also be respectful in the comments below, guys. So let me continue with some background here. For those that don't know Twitch, you've been living under a rock. Twitch was intended to be an online platform for streamers to interact with their audience, to gain an audience, followers, subscribers, similar to YouTube, but really focused on gaming and optimized for gaming and gamers and gaming streamers. Now, the platform still has that and is that to a certain degree, and was that for the longest time, pretty much solely focused on gaming and gaming streams. However, the advent of just chatting, where many female streamers came in and started not really gaming so much, or rather being horrible at games while wearing scantily clad outfits, and then devolving into hot tub streams and various other types of degeneracy like body painting, where only the thinnest veneer of propriety was maintained while they essentially were exposing themselves to their audience. Now, to be very clear, the demographics of Twitch skew heavily young. Even by the most favorable statistics, you can see there's many folks that are underage, and a significant amount that are particularly under the age of 20. So that is a large amount of the viewers. And you have to understand that there are also viewers that are logged in under their parents' name, under their parents' account, right? Maybe it's mom or dad creates an account for them. So even though they're very young, they can log on there with a parent's account. So you can really look at these demographics and say it is a significant problem that so many children are looking at this site. So many children are signed up. You can be 13 to sign up, and they are looking at this content, which is extraordinarily graphic. This is something that people have been calling out for years. And of course, for a while, Twitch did have a thin veneer of a policy. For example, if you exposed yourself, whether that was your breast or even your midriff at a certain point, you might be temporarily banned, temporarily timed out. Maybe it's for a day, 2 days, 14 days. And of course, while this was a policy, it was sporadically and, let's say, arbitrarily enforced. In fact, in a famous incident, which many people know about, a certain creator showed her kitty and was only banned for a very short period of time. Whereas you had many streamers, particularly male streamers, Dr. Disrespect, Destiny, iShowSpeed, Aiden Ross, that were banned for various issues, we could say, but issues which were of a different nature, usually what they would say or something about the way they conducted their streams. That was a big issue as well for them. So they cracked down on the male streamers, kicked them off the platform. Now, ironically enough, most of those streamers I mentioned, Dr. Disrespect, etc., they're doing fine on other platforms. They're doing just fine on other platforms. However, for the female streamers on Twitch, they've always found this as a cash cow. This cash cow of establishing a fake relationship with somebody, a la OnlyFans, and extracting money from them. But unlike those other platforms, they were never able to go full bare buck. Well, now that's all changed. And in fact, they can really expose themselves under the new TOS. So we're going to get into that right now. So if you guys see the Twitch terms of service, and this is the update, which has just come out hot off the presses today, updating our approach to sexual content and content classification labels, December 14th, 2023. So in this update by Angela Hessian, they give us what is going down with the changes to Twitch. So pay attention to this. They're updating these rules because they say we have received consistent feedback from streamers that our policies around sexual content are confusing, and it's difficult to know how their content will be interpreted based on these policies. We want streamers to feel confident they understand our rules, and viewers feel confident they will get the experience they expect. So what they have done is they have updated their content requirements, their policy requirements on sexual themes, sexually suggestive content, and sexually explicit content. In fact, they've consolidated their policy to tell us exactly what they are going to show. So first of all, they're going to be showing more of these themes on the front page, on the homepage. But further, what is changing with the new update? When you look down here, this is the big update, the type of content that was previously prohibited but is now allowed. So you can see here, previously prohibited, so stuff that was banned but is now allowed. Now it is allowed with a label, but it is allowed. So now they can show on Twitch content that deliberately highlights breasts, buttocks, or pelvis even when fully clothed. So that is now allowed. And look down here at the language they use. In addition, former sexually suggestive content was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. I love how they talk about gender and they talk about all this stuff. You know, it's like, okay, female presenting, because they can't say women, they can't say females, they have to female presenting. Well, what does that even mean, right? What is a female even? You can't define a woman, you can't define a female. So what does that even mean? We all know what they're trying to say, but I love how this woke speak, you know, it really can't get down to the reality. I mean, I thought that men can have all those things, that men have just the same things as women, right? According to their ideology. But of course, yeah, that's something they a little tuck in there. Now, down here, fictionalized, drawn, animated, fully sculpted, fully exposed female breasts, genitals, or buttocks, regardless of region. So right now, you can show fictionalized, fully exposed breasts and genitals and butt of either gender. You can throw it. So any artist, if you are an artist, you can draw full nudity on Twitch, fully permitted, as long as it's not real. So here you've got content that is when you are in the real, when you're in the 3D. Now, if it's 2D, you can go full nude. You can go full hentai on this. Body writing on female breasts and or buttocks, regardless of gender. So now you're allowed to expose your butt and your breasts in order to have body writing for your subs. And now you're also allowed to do erotic dances involving disrobing or disrobing gestures such as striptease. So you can do pole dancing, you can do full striptease on Twitch. That is now expressly allowed. Now, look at this. Twerking, grinding, pole dancing are allowed without a label. So you've got that allowed. The only thing that's not allowed here, the only thing, is streaming inside of an adult entertainment establishment. That's because there are laws related to those, right? So it's not because Twitch won't allow it. It's because there's outside laws that don't prohibit it. That's why, from a lawyer's perspective, they don't allow streaming inside of a strip club. But you essentially, as long as you're not doing it from inside a strip club, you can create a home strip club and be doing that just fine. Just fine. So some might say, Andrew, are you exaggerating? Are you making this up? Well, no. Hold on right here and let's take a look at the application of these rules, at the application of these policy updates in the real. But before we show you the craziness that's going down after this TOS update, please take a second to smash the like on this video. That really helps us get the word out. YouTube is always trying to suppress anything it doesn't like, and getting out the truth, particularly getting out the truth about the insane degeneracy that's going down, is something YouTube does not want us to get out there. So make sure you share it out, you like the video. That really helps us out. Now, jumping right into it. You might say, Andrew, is this hyperbole? Are you just like Chicken Little here? Oh, no. Now, these images are heavily censored. These are images that have been totally covered up so you guys don't see much. But in the wake of this, we immediately see that if you go to the art homepage, all it is right now on Twitch is absolute degeneracy. It is absolute things that should be labeled 18 plus, maybe things that maybe children shouldn't see. Remember, a significant portion, if not the majority of folks who are looking at this, are very young, if not minors. So you're talking about very young people, minors that are on this in significant numbers, and they're seeing this when they look at the art page. They're seeing absolutely a, let's say, adult themed page, but because it's art, it's suddenly okay. It's suddenly permissible. Yeah, no. That's what I would call grooming. That's absolutely what I would call grooming. And of course, art isn't the only exception. You have folks that are showing things on their channel that are getting extraordinarily graphic now. In fact, so graphic that we can't show you on YouTube, but there are plenty of examples of folks that are absolutely going buck wild here because they're allowed to do this. So what can we do? Well, one thing we should do is we should point out to companies that have taken umbrage of platforms, other platforms for their speech and for their lewd nature. For example, platforms like MasterCard and Visa saying, hey, MasterCard and Visa, you see all these other people you deplatformed, all these other things that you didn't allow. Are you really going to allow people to pay for OnlyFans when it's grooming minors, when it's allowing minors to send in money for what is effectively adult material, which is extraordinarily sexually suggestive, if not explicit? Yeah, this is a problem, and maybe you should look into that. Maybe other entities that are supporting this, that are allowing advertising there, maybe they should look into Twitch instead of looking into Elon Musk, right? When you're looking at Elon Musk with a totally engineered crisis with Media Matters, really isn't a big deal compared to the actual grooming and targeting of children on Twitch. So that's what I want you guys to focus on and share out with everybody there. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments below, what do you think will happen to Twitch? Do you think there will be a ban against them? Do you think people will actually move to boycott them in a serious sense? Will there be repercussions? What do you think is going to happen coming out of this today? And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.